So
You
let's
see what I'm
pause
saying?
that thought. Let's pause that
Hmm.
thought. And this is why when we be having these debates offline, and I'm like, yo, I have the Hardys and them over the Usos, you be coming in. I'm like, bro, because some of the shit that you're saying, I didn't verbalize it, but that's what I see. Is
Mm.
like, yo, your move
You
set.
didn't have the move the words in that moment to say that.
I didn't have the words in that moment to say it, but like
But
how you just said it,
but
you
did you
put
hear
it
what I said?
together. It's like,
And I'm saying in singles competition, they are mid at best. Now the
100%.
Hardys in singles for sure surpass them. That's not the conversation when I'm talking about them as a tag
Mm-hmm.
team. As a tag team, the Hardys definitely innovative, all that. But I have the Usos over them because moves are more impactful. The only move that the Hardys have is on the level of either that double splash or the crazy double kick is the Swanton Bomb, and only Jeff does it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm. How you
Also,
feel about poetry and
Unison,
emotion
some
though?
Culture and Emotion is fire.
Mm.
It's fire. But
Okay.
I can't compare it, if we're talking about double team move, I can't compare it to what was in its era in the 3D.
True.
So if you're not the best in your era, I'm supposed to say you the best overall.
Mm.
Um,
You see, that's why the Usos the best in their era, and I think that they moves are a little more impactful than the Hardys. If you said the Dudleys and Usos, I would have it'd be harder for me to say that for sure they better than the Dudleys.
but
I could say that they better than the Hardys or Edge and Christian.
I feel like in the time, and I'm sorry for taking our conversation to
No,
this,
no,
to this, but
Mm.
yeah,
I feel
no.
like in the time where Jeff and them was at, you going against some of the top motherfuckers in tag team compared to where the Usos are. So it's almost like they didn't have as much competition compared to the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, all these other people that was there at that time. Like those guys were just a different branch of tag teams that they had to go against. And as you said, they
Yes.
were innovative.
Mm.
They was creating different shit. They was doing this shit.
Hmm.
They was extreme. They made a tables ladder chairs. Like
Hmm.
Usos hasn't done that. The double splash mid, like it's not something we haven't seen before. Like you know what I'm saying? When Jeff and them came in, when the Dudley boys and them came in, they doing shit that we like. Oh shit, that's different. That's crazy. You wanted to set up in an era where you have Stone Cold and them,
Hmm.
Rock and all of them, Triple H, all of them in there. The top guys in their prime. We were waiting to see these guys matches because these guys are
Mm.
doing some crazy shit.
I think the emphasis though, like there was emphasis on tag team wrestling at that time. It's like when people they try to give more credit to either the 80s or 90s basketball and say that like today's basketball not basketball because when Michael Jordan was out there, motherfuckers playing gym teachers. So of course he was killing them motherfuckers. Magic and Bird cleaned up the NBA, so now it wasn't all about them doing drugs and shit. But that doesn't devalue what Steph Curry or LeBron or KD is doing in this era. And when I look at the athletes today and shooters today and ball players, if you take a lot of them and put them in the 90s, them 90s motherfuckers can't run with Giannis or Braun. They can't do shit with them. And if you put them in the 80s, it's even worse. And if you go back further, they fool. Like, they killed them. So I think, like, there was actual emphasis on it. But there's been good teams. Like, I think Rowan and Harper,
Mm.
they were like the bash. They were in the Wyatt family, they were a great tag team, but WWE didn't value it at the time. So yeah, they would win the belt here and there. I also thought that Roman and Seth was a great tag team when the Shield was together. They didn't value tag team wrestling, so we didn't get the best version of all of those tag teams. We got like watered down versions, and eventually either they would lose to the New Day or they would lose to the Usos. Every team that we had.
Mm. Yeah.
And I think the same would happen if we flip flopped. If we put the Dudleys in this era, they would have been in that same situation. Oh, this is an established team, so we got to have this team win.